Four more illegal Cubans land in Jamaica. Soldiers found not guilty for murdering Accountant Keith Clarke in his house. Alleged top jungle Don shot dead while the United States beat the Reggae Boys. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Four more Cuban nationals have been detained by Jamaican authorities after they arrived illegally by boat on Sunday. The Cubans came ashore in St. James in the vicinity of the Half Moon Hotel about 4:30 a.m. They were fed and given clothing by staff before being taken into custody. They, along with 10 other compatriots, are now detained at the Freeport lockup. The group of 10 Cubans arrived in two batches on October 26th and the 27th. The migrants have indicated that they are trying to escape hardship in their homeland. High Court Judge Justice Del Palma has ruled that the three soldiers charged in connection with the May 2010 shooting death of businessman Keith Clarke have no case to answer. Lance Corporal Greg Tingling, Odell Buckley, and Private Arnold Henry have been on trial since May. Justice Del Palma instructed jurors to return a not guilty verdict on Thursday morning. Addressing the jury panel comprising 3 men and 4 women, Justice Palmer explained that despite calling Jamaica Defense Force officials, the evidence as it relates to identification is well below the standard for him to call upon the defense to answer. The judge explained further that bits of the evidence have fallen short of the legal standard. Justice Palmer said he found it remarkable that 2 of the most senior JDF members could not assist in determining the identity of the soldiers who carried out the shooting. Mr. Clarke, a 64-year-old accountant, was shot multiple times inside the master bedroom of his Kirkland Close home on May 27 of 2010 during a police military operation to apprehend then-fugitive drug lord Christopher Dodos Coke. Dr. Denish Raw, the former chief forensic pathologist in the legal medicine unit at the Ministry of National Security, testified during the trial that Mr. Clarke sustained 25 gunshot wounds. Good God, they come into the man's house, murder him, shooting him 25 times in front of his wife and daughter, and he did not do anything wrong, and nobody is held accountable for it. I can tell you that living in Jamaica, your life no value nothing at all. A taxi operator who was charged last year after being in a crash that killed 5 of his passengers in Westmoreland pleaded guilty on Thursday. Delroy Rodney, 47, pleaded guilty to 5 counts of causing death by dangerous driving when he appeared in the Westmoreland Circuit Court. Rodney's charge stemmed from a fatal vehicular crash that occurred on November 13th last year when his Toyota Voxy, which he was operating as a public passenger vehicle, collided with a truck on the Bluefields Main Road in Westmoreland. He was subsequently charged following an investigation into the crash. The Kingston Western Police and members of the military are now keeping a close watch on sections of Arnett Gardens following the fatal shooting of a so-called area leader yesterday. Stuart Burton, 33, otherwise called Bing, was fatally shot by gunmen along Collismith Drive in the vicinity of 8th Street sometime after 11 a.m. It's reported that Burton was walking along the roadway when he was pounced upon by 2 armed men on a black motorcycle. The men opened fire, hitting him all over his body. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead, and Burton is said to be linked to a gang in Top Jungle and had been on the Kingston Western Police Most Wanted list. Meanwhile, the police who are involved in the fatal shooting of 3 men, including a teenager in East Kingston on Sunday, have been ordered detained while the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom continued its probe. And those killed have been identified as 17-year-old Shane Stubbs, 19-year-old Orlando Campbell, and 20-year-old Keshawn Simmet. In a release yesterday, the Police High Command said the instructions were given based on information received relating to the incident. The High Command said the November 10 shooting involved 2 members of the Kingston East Division. The officers had reported that while on patrol, they encountered a group of men along Windward Road, and during the encounter, gunfire was exchanged, resulting in the death of 3 persons. One of the policemen sustained a non-life-threatening injury, and 2 illegal firearms were reportedly recovered from the scene. Citizens were saying that the men were murdered and there was no shootout, but from what we're hearing, it is said that there was a camera pointing on the area where the shooting took place, giving good footage of what took place, hence the reason why the police got detained. And I mentioned last week that Jamaica Constabulary had a return to the days of the 70s and the 80s, where they shoot first, then ask questions later. A man was shot and wounded on Wednesday afternoon in May Pen, Clarendon, was said to be instructing officers during the execution of their duties. The 21-year-old of Palmer Cross in the parish was shot about 1:30 p.m. in the vicinity of Lovesley Pharmacy. and it's reported that a police team was conducting spot checks when a motorist was stopped for a related offense. The police said the accused started behaving boisterously and obstructing the police from prosecuting the motorist. During the process, the man allegedly used his hand to hit one of the officers in his right eye and broke the strap of the M16 rifle that he was armed with. And it's further reported that the policeman, to prevent further injuries to himself and being disarmed, pulled his Glock pistol and fired 2 rounds in the direction of the accused. The wounded man was taken to hospital and admitted in a serious condition. The police was also taken to hospital and treated for injuries received during the incident. And this is the second police-involved shooting in Clarendon this week that is now being investigated by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM. On to sports, Jamaica lost 1-0 to the US last night from an early goal in the 5th minute by Ricardo Pepi at the National Stadium in Kingston. Jamaica played some real attacking ball in the second half and had several good looks, but they still failed to score. It was quite a contentious game with several times fight breaking out on the field. The return game will be on Monday in the US. In the other big matchup last night, Panama tagged Costa Rica 1-0 as well, and in today's matchup, Mexico will face Honduras. In the Costa Cup in Group A tomorrow will be fireworks as second place Stets with 4 points will clash with leader Glenmuir who have 6 points and who have already advanced to the semifinals. A win or draw for Stets should see them into the semifinals. In the second game, Magrat, who are on 1 point, will lock horns with Froome, who is on 0 points and out of the runnings for the semi-final. In Group B, Garvey Masia, who lead the group with 4 points, will face a dangerous Ocherius, who have 2 points, while Central, who also have 2 points from 2 drawn games, will clash with Monroe with 1 point. And everything for qualifier from this B zone is up to this last game, as all teams will need to win to be assured of a spot in the semi-finals. Only the 2 top teams will advance. In Manning Cup in Group A, today will be crucial as Jamaica College will face Tivoli Comprehensive, while Mona will face Kingston College. A loss for either one will spell disaster, as KC have 3 points while Mona have 1. But the decider could be the JC Tivoli result, with JC on 4 points and Tivoli on 3. Which 2 teams will qualify will not be known until the final whistle tonight, as any team from the 4 could still qualify. And if you missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, no H's in the Ja, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. Have a wonderful day, everybody. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.